Ikuzo.
How many guys you know have done 3 movies with Rocky?
Mm.
I have, right? How many guys you know have done 3 movies with Michael B. Jordan? I have. To me, that's pretty heavy stuff, right?
That's badass.
And, all right, so there's a real famous actor, Mexican actor called Edward James Olmos. Lives. He's a famous. I met him in the right here. I met him in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be there because he was going to do a movie with Anderson Silva, and so I'm in the dressing room wrapping a fighter's hands, and one of the UFC staff says, "Hey man, Edward James Olmos wants to meet you." I said, "Oh shit, man!" I finished wrapping hands. I walked down the hall. I turned the corner, and I'm looking at him like I'm looking at you, and we start laughing because we look so much alike, right? So anyway, that's that story. So Sylvestre Stallone going with Creed, great guy, number super guy. So we're talking on break, and it's me and Sylvester Stallone and his friend Frank, and we're talking to the people that do the makeup and just hanging out. So Frank is kind of bragging about me. Oh yeah, this is Stitch and best cut man in the world and this and that. And it looks like Edward James almost. And like this, bro. Sylvester Stallone's like this with his arms folded, and he says, more like Edward James almost. And he walks away. I said, oh man, that was a cold shot, bro. You know, there's nothing I could do. But no, super, super guy. A lot of respect for him. And I'll give you a little trivia. I had no counterpunch with that, you know. But yeah, in the movie, my name was Marcel in the script. And I'm thinking, shit, I have to change that somehow, you know. But when it was time for Rocky to introduce us to Adonis, he says, oh, yeah, this is Stitch. He's the best cut man in Philadelphia. Bro, my heart's going like this, man. I said, yeah, you know, yeah. Who's going to say stop? No, his name's Marcel. But the next day, I thanked him. And he says, no, he goes, it has to be authentic. So he's the one that did the Greek.
Yeah, in the Rocky movies, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were never mentioned as Stitch. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. I was. Now, let me tell you the story with this one. Is Joe Cortez had called me. Joe was the referee, right? Hey, man, you want to, you know, we're going to do Balboa and so, you want to be in the movie? And I said, I can't. I said, I got a world title fight in Paris, France with Fabrice Tiozo. And then the next week, I'm going to be in London with Audley Harrison. So I'm thinking money, right? So I tell him no. And I call my wife at work and I tell her that. And I said, well, I can't go. She goes, are you crazy? She says, Rocky's an American icon. You have to do it, you know. So I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it. Literally, I'm on the computer negotiating with the people in London. And I delete it and I let them know that this opportunity came. And I hope you understand. And they did. And it turns out that the fights in Paris, France with Tiozo got canceled. So I owe a lot to my wife, man. So yeah. So that's how things happen.
A lot of men does.
yeah, of course. Yeah, smart men. You know.
And it seems because you missed also now with Fury and other fights, you missed a lot of fights because of this movie, because of Creed. So it seems like you have some kind of special relationship with that franchise.
With the Creed franchise?
Yeah.
Rocky 100%. You know, Ryan Coogler is the one that wrote and directed Creed.
Great director.
Yeah.
We love it.
Great director. He's directing Black Panther.
Yeah.
And it did the first and second one. So he's from Oakland, California, and that's where I was from, right? Young guy. Him and Michael B. Jordan have always been like that.
Yeah, they made, I think all of his movies are with Michael.
Yeah, 100% right. Yeah. So he was training with Andre Ward, I guess in preparation, whatever. But Andre's the one that suggested me to work with him. So I came on board and I told Ryan Coogler then, I said, look, if I see something that's not right, I'm going to bring it up to your attention. He goes, Stitch, please do. We want you to, you know, because they want that authenticity. So I always had a good relationship with them. So I'm doing the second one, and every day I'm wrapping Michael's hands, and just him and I. And, you know, and I tell him how proud I am of him and Tessa and Ryan Coogler and Steve Cappell, the director. And I'm wrapping his hands. He looks at me and says, Stitch, he goes, I'm directing Creed 3. No, he says, we went from being actors to writers, producers, directors. And he says, I'm directing Creed 3, and you're with me as long as you want. I said, man, talk about being part of history.
Yeah, special, yeah.
And for me, it's not about the money. It's about just saying that I did it. Because I never forget where I come from. I'm always that little humble Mexican kid that grew up as a farm worker, where if I could do it, anybody could do it. I ain't no different than anybody. It's just that these opportunities have come, and I'm not scared to take advantage of them. You know, so I've been blessed.
We stay genuine, uncensored and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us, subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Ikuzo!